We don't rock with snitches, mama, so I don't know why you run around town telling people all my business. Now me and Drewski business is ruined. Hey, what's up? What's going on, you guys? So before we go on, let me go ahead and give some shout outs. Let's see, from last week, I know somebody had answered one of my questions that I had, so I definitely wanted to give a shout out to that person. Of course, my internet is taking a little while. Okay, so Mr. Big D, that name always makes me laugh. Mr. Big D 1152 said, to answer your question some more, J. Adrian was on Real Chance of Love under the name Soul Hood. Thank you so much, because I remember somebody had told me, but I think it might have been you. You told me this episode before, but I totally forgot. So shout out to you for remembering that and knowing that information, because I'm like, yo, her face looks so familiar. You know what I mean? And Kiara Washington was like, Yandy and Mendecees are not really married. And yeah, girl, we got that today. It's all revealed, honey. The secret is out. Isn't that the name? Yep, the title of this episode is Secrets Out. All right. So Erica, she was arguing with Mendecees' sister, talking about Mendecees' sister over there looking like a little teenage boy. And they used to rock together back in the days when she was talking to Mendecees. Now all of a sudden she up on the Yandy. Which, you know, that's funny. Sometimes there's people like that, and that's why I don't mess with a lot of people, because there's people that they'll be cool with you when they see you on top, when they see that you like cool with their family and stuff, but as soon as you have a falling out or whatever, then all of a sudden they hop on to the next one that's on top or that's with their family member. I know, you know, you want to be cool with the person that's with your brother or sister, but at the end of the day, if you was cool with that other person, you should at least not disrespect them just to make this other person feel good. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you know people that's fake, or people that'll just hop on from one person to the next. And I don't like people like that. So Erica, she was just like, oh, how Mendecees be hitting her up trying to get pictures, so obviously their relationship is not all that good. But I feel like she was kind of exaggerating, because later on when she was talking to Mendecees on the phone, she ain't never bring up none of that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she was just trying to like find things that she could jib and jab at her. And she was saying, why did you change the locks on the door? And Yandy's just like, a wife can do that because I have power of attorney over everything, and you're a rhinestone and I am the diamond, so the diamond prevails. But I'm just like, if he's doing all that and calling her and sending her mail and all this stuff, perhaps the rhinestone is actually doing a little bit better than the diamond. But you know, we can't really say that what she was saying was valid or true. So I don't know. I feel like she was embellishing the truth quite a bit, because she just wanted to like have something to come back at her with. But Erica was just like, you know, what she did was illegal, and she's gonna make sure that she gets the locks changed back. But from what they were saying, it looked like that's not even the apartment that she lives in right now. So I'm like, what's the big deal? So Erica's just like, yeah, she broke the law and she's gonna have that corrected, whatever. Rich Dollaz, he's teaching his daughter Ashley that you got to start from the bottom to make it to the top. And I really like the way that he's doing that. Not just like just passing her on everything, just showing her that hard work and dedication is what helps you to get to the top, as well as having somebody in your family who already made it. You know, it makes it a lot easier. She won't have to struggle as much as maybe he did or anybody else in her family, but he's showing her, you know, just kind of worth ethics and things like that, which I think is good. Especially, you know, it builds character and things like that. And at the end of the day, she does have everything and will have everything that she needs. She's going to be the CEO of one of his restaurants, maybe all his restaurants, who knows. But definitely the one that she was working in. So he got her like scrubbing dishes and stuff and just, you know, doing things like that. While he's there, Cisco comes and tells Rich that he made amends with Mariah Lynn, and he's kind of tight about that. Like, how you made amends with this chick? Like, she's the one that kind of made us have a falling out in the beginning. Like, I'm not really, you know, he didn't really say that, but he's just like, wow. You know, like one of those things where you listening to somebody like this, but at the back of your head, you're like, really? Okay, I see you. I'm remember, I'm keeping all this right here. That type of thing. So he's like, oh, well, you know, DJ Self is actually trying to sign her or whatever. And Cisco's just like, well, I'ma still do my thing. And he's like, yo, you moving real funny, man. Like, I don't like the way you moving. If he's already working with her, you should at least have a conversation with him. And he's like, nah, nothing's finalized, so I don't need to talk to him about anything. But Rich Dollaz wasn't really feeling that, because he feels like that's violation of the bro code, the creep squad code. Bianca and Drewski, they have a bit of an argument. She goes to the studio and she's just trying to like talk to him about the way he treated her and the way his girl like ran up on her and threw bird at her like she was a straight bird. So he's just like, you know, like he just straight like dash her away like a little piece of dust or something. He was just like, yo, well, you know, I ain't really feeling how you disrespecting me right now, and don't be coming here disrespecting my chick neither, because at the end of the day, I love my woman more than I even like working with you. So yeah, our business relationship is done. And she's just like, ow. But I feel like that's messed up too. Like, I feel like maybe he got an ultimatum, or maybe she wasn't answering his phone calls. She was giving him a little bit of the cold shoulder or something. So he was like, you know what? I gotta do something, and I gotta do it on TV too. Make sure she see this so she can always replay this back. Look what I did for you. I did that for you, baby. You know? Like, yo, he even mentioned like, yo, you was the one who came out and just kind of like came out in your panties and tried to get me. You know what I mean? Like, you was wrong for that. Like, he made sure he made it known on TV. And so she's just like, wow, like, what about our business relationship? That's why, exactly why, you're not supposed to mix business and pleasure. And I feel like that's what Mariah Lynn is almost trying to do with Cisco, because even when he came to see her later on, she was like flirting with him and stuff, and they was talking about, oh, can I get a hug? But maybe we shouldn't hug. And I'm just like, y'all crossing boundaries right now. Like, this ain't friendship mode or business mode, because I know I wouldn't do that with my boss. I'm not gonna be like, oh, can I get a hug? You know, that's awkward, that's weird, you know. So you gotta have some kind of line. Even if you make it with chalk, even if it's an invisible line, you gotta have some kind of line drawn. And that's exactly what happened with Bianca and Drewski, where they had no line. He was flirting with her. He got her all hot like a cat, you know, ready, you know, a cat in heat. And then he kind of like let her down, you know. He kind of like was loving the attention he was getting from her. But when things got a little too hot in the kitchen, he's like, nah, boo, I'm going back to the restaurant. It's getting too hot in here. So yeah, now she's just like, you know what, make sure my ish is on rotation, okay? He's like, don't tell me what to do. And I'm like, girl, like, you good right now, don't mess it up, because he does have power to either play your music or not. And I don't hear your music everywhere, so keep it on Power 105.1. You know, don't mess that up, girl. Don't mess it up. So he's from Power 105.1, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, because GJ Self is. Anyways, so yeah, Rich Dollaz, he ends up snitching. He tells DJ Self about the conversation he had with Cisco, and when DJ Self hears that, he's just like pissed off about it. He's like, what? Like, nah, that's messed up, because I'm the one that's been there since day one. I'm the one that's been playing her records. Nobody else is playing her records. I'm the one who brought her up to where she is today. He's like, nah. You know, like, he ain't stealing my food out my plate. F out of here. You know? That's how he kind of feeling. And he was just like, Cisco's corny. So yeah, that's how all that was going down. So Bianca, she talks to Cardi B. She calls her, and she was telling her what went down in the whole, when she had Drewski come over and she tried to ambush him or whatever. Well, ambush, you know, she tried to get it, sit on it type of thing. And how it all got messed up, because this girl showed up, and she's like, the only person that would have did something like that was Mariah Lynn. And she don't really like how Mariah Lynn is running real funny style, because it's like, at the end of the day, you're my friend, you know. What are you doing? You're running around snitching? She's like, nah, I'm gonna have to address that real quick. But Cardi B is like, I'm staying out of this. I'm just a friend of both of them. I'm trying to remain neutral, but I'm gonna bring my popcorn and I'm gonna be eating that food. You know, I'm gonna be watching, I'll be listening, but I ain't gonna get involved in that because both of them is my friend, which is the way you're supposed to be. That's why I feel like, and I said that last episode, that I feel like Mariah Lynn was doing too much and she won't get what's coming to her at the end of the day, because if you want to be friends with both people, I feel like you should be neutral. You shouldn't be running back and forth and telling things, because you just causing more problems. Because Bianca wasn't going to tell Sky, you know, what's her every move, and Sky ain't telling Bianca her every move. And at the end of the day, she's giving Sky an upper hand because she never told Bianca that Sky was going to run up on or try to even find out where the hotel was or nothing like that. So she kind of like, that's a one-sided friendship. Mendecees, he calls Erica and he was like, why you call the cops? And she's like, I'm not a cop caller. I never called the cops. Who I did call was a blacksmith so they can change the locks back. And he was like, oh, that's not what I'm hearing. So obviously Yandy is telling him what she wants him to believe. And I feel like Mendecees handled the situation well, and he probably realized, okay, I could be getting recorded, this could be on Love and Hip Hop, and of course Yandy's going to see it and know what's going on in this conversation. So I feel like he kind of maintained a neutral kind of, you know, stance when he was having this conversation. He kind of was just like, he doesn't like to hear all this stuff going down, they all need to get together. And he was like, he gave her power of attorney, so she handles all his stuff. And he was like, you don't even live there, so why you getting mad? And that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Like, why are you so pissed off? But she was like, that she doesn't live there, but she comes there when she wants and does things there sometimes. And I'm like, who exactly is paying the rent for this apartment that nobody really lives in? Like, it just seemed like a waste of space. Like, why not let the lease run out and just close down the apartment? She seems like she just wants to hold on to the fact that she has something still connected to this man. I mean, am I wrong? I just don't understand. Like, what's the point? Y'all not living together. Y'all not even rocking like that. So at the end of the day, what's the whole thing about? So yeah. So yeah, gave the power of attorney and all that stuff. And Mendecees, he was pretty much like, oh no, she told Mendecees that Yandy's like talking bad about her, disrespecting her, and saying that their son is a mistake, their son is a slide, and you know, she's a slide, she was never with him. And he was like, nah, I don't like that. And he was like, at the end of the day, our son was never a mistake, and the people that's being affected by the things that you guys are going through is the kids, which is the messed up part about it. And he was like, we was together 6 years ago and that's it. It was a while, it was a long time ago. But he was like, our son was not a one-night stand. So I like the fact that he defended that. He didn't let that kind of go on. Because, you know, kids at the end of the day, even though they're little right now, these things are on forever. You know, they could always go into the archives. They can go into the library, go on their computers, because they probably won't even need to go to the library because they're going to be rich. They can go on their computers, check it out, look at Love and Hip Hop previous scenes if they wanted to. Or their friends could bring it up to them and make fun of them when they get older. So for him to kind of defend that and let people know, like, nah, it wasn't even like that, I really respect him for that, you know? Clap, clap to you. Okay, Mendecees, you get a clap for that. So Cisco was supposed to go to an interview at Power 105.1, but DJ Self made sure he shut that down, like all the way down. He couldn't even get upstairs. He went waiting for them to kind of like give him clearance to go inside. Access denied, okay? So he had to be out after that, which was messed up. And of course he knows that it's all because of this whole situation that's going down with DJ Self. He finds out about it later on. DJ Drewski, he apologizes to his girl. She seems like she forgives him. She's another one, you know, all is well. He wants her to move in with him, but she's not really too sure about that because everything that's been going on lately. She said if it was a little while ago, she probably would have, but right now she's not really too sure about that. Cisco, he's tight about the whole thing about the whole Power 105 stuff, but he makes sure that he still goes to Mariah Lynn's show that she was having. She does her thing, you know. The song wasn't really you know, all that to my liking personally. But it sounded better once it had like the auto tunes and all that stuff together. Like when they played it before the commercial, I liked it better than her actual live performance. But she was alright. She did her thing. And oddly enough, DJ Self comes in and also Bianca comes. But DJ Self, he actually wanted to talk to Cisco. But Bianca, when she came, she wanted to talk to Mariah Lynn and get this whole thing, you know, just put out there. After the performance, she talks to her like, yo, what's good? Like, why you went to Sky and told her all these things? Like, you're supposed to be my friend at the end of the day. And she's just like, well, I felt like what you was doing was wrong. And what if that was your man? Would you want him to be with somebody else? Like, you have to, like, do the right thing type of thing. And she was just like, first of all, if that was my man, he wouldn't be running around with no bitches, okay? And I'm like, yeah, like, I feel the same way. Like, if that was my dude, yo, don't compare me to her, because I could do what I want to do, but my dude is not going to be hanging out with no chick with no panties on. Like, it couldn't happen. Otherwise, he would not be my dude at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, I get where she coming from. Like, she's one of those people, as we would say, she do so, but she don't like so. She likes to do things to people, but she don't like it being done to her. I mean, and a lot of people's like that, unfortunately, you know? Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, but if my man was to ever do this, he wouldn't be my man. So when she tells her that, she's just like, nah, you wrong. And she's like, yo, you don't even know Sky. That's not your real friend. You knew me longer. And somebody was coming like on cue with the drinks whilst everybody's mad. And of course the infamous drink spill scene comes up where she actually knocked all the things out the gal had and went like this and like threw all of it into Mariah Lynn's face and messing up her makeup, her hair and all that. I'd be tight too, because I don't like no sticky stuff on me. I don't like dirty water on me. I don't like mud. I don't like anything that's nasty, or just, unless I'm in the shower, I don't want to be wet in any type of way, you know. And I definitely would have tried to fight somebody, because no, now I have to be all night wet with liquor, smelling like liquor. Nah. And her eyes were probably burning too. So they go to fight, but the security was on point, so they kind of like split that up. So of course Mariah Lynn was mad. Then, if that wasn't enough action, DJ Self, he addresses Cisco and is just like, yo, why would you be trying to work with Mariah Lynn if I'm trying to sign her? And he's like, well, there's nothing signed yet. And Mariah Lynn just so happens to pop up when they was talking, and Cisco's like, yo, like, you know, this dude is coming here and you already know that the contract was whack, which is the reason why you didn't sign. And she's like, hold up. Like, we supposed to be friends, and this is the way he's like turning his back on me and just kind of talking bad about me. Like, seriously? She's like, yo, he's like saying things that I didn't even say. See, so now she's starting to see Cisco's true colors, luckily before they even start working together again. And she's just like, nah, at the end of the day, this is the dude that's playing my music. This is my day one right here. I'm not turning my back on him. I just said I'm not really going to sign something unless it's in my best interest. And I got to make sure that everything is right. Yeah, they was pretty much having that argument. And as DJ Self was just starting to get like really hot and heated, he was like, you know what? You're out of the Creep Squad. I'm revoking your all-inclusive Creep Squad membership pass, okay? Access denied again, boo. And he's like, I created the Creep Squad. You can't kick me out of the Creep Squad. And he looked like he was trying to fight him, but DJ Self was out. Security was between them, so nothing was going down. But I thought that it was Peter Guns that created the Creep Squad. I didn't even think any of them could actually pull the pass. I didn't even know it was a real squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why you so hurt and messed up? Like, is this a real club that y'all like officially have? Like, I don't get it. Like, you mad tight about a made up club. You know, that's like me and my little friends, we in a little corner and we kick out one of the girls like, no, you can't sit over here with us because this is our little crew. And she wants to fight us because she mad that she can't sit in our circle. That's what it seemed like. It's mad stupid. Like, is there a patent on this? Is there like a membership that you gotta pay every month? Do y'all do like vacations together? Like, I don't know. Maybe they do stuff, but I just don't be following them on social media to know. I don't know. If y'all know, let me know. So last scene that we saw, which I wasn't going to talk about until it started getting juicy at the end, where Yandy, she feels like she wants to reveal all. I mean, I feel like she didn't really have to, but perhaps she was about to get like citations or something, because you know, all these shows, they came together for her wedding. Remember, they took over, what was it, Memorial Day weekend or something for her big wedding that she had. And of course, that means a lot of vendors and sponsorships are involved. So if they find out that she's not legally married, then she can probably have to, or can be sued or something like that. I don't really know how the legalities, you know, work or whatever, but I'm assuming that that can happen if they were to find out that it was all kind of like a fraud. So I guess before it all gets out there into the open, she decides, you know what, let me tell my truth so that no one else can tell it for me. And she reveals to her girls, Juju and Kimbella, that she decided to go into the union with Mendecees, which pretty much she got like a civil union type of thing, but she's not legally married to Mendecees. So at the end of the day, if the government decides to go after him for restitution of all the money that he laundered and got through drugs or whatever, she won't have to be giving up her money, because if you're legally married and he doesn't have it anymore, they can go after her, and she's getting them checks and she puts it in the bank. So she, in order to protect herself, she made sure that it wasn't official. So I'm like, why go through all of that though? You know what I mean? I guess she just wanted to have the fairy tale without really going through the motion, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's kind of cheating. Like, you know, I don't know how I feel about this. It feels like weird. Like, cause you're, at the end of the day, it's all a fake. Like, you just, that's probably why she rushed to go and get her name changed so they can have the same last name, so that all of them can have the same last name and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you're not legally married. So the only way that you really have rights right now is because he gave you power of attorney. If he didn't do that, you wouldn't have any rights at all. I hope Erica finds out, because Erica will throw that in her face. And Erica's probably right about the fact that she bought her own ring, because she's the one that has the money now. You know what I mean? Yo, Yandy is one of those people that will try to kind of save face and just put on a show for other people so that she can make herself look like she's on top and better than others. That's what, I mean, I like her and everything. I don't really know her, but that's what it kind of looks like from what I've seen. It's just, she wants to be on top, so she'll do whatever it takes as long as it's not going to hurt her, you know? But let me know what y'all think down below. Thanks for watching. We had a pretty lengthy little conversation here. It was a pretty good episode. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.